2K. Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with the broadcast from Boston, the home of the Celtics. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Last outing for Atlanta, unsuccessful. The loss to Chicago. Greg, we've got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Rebound by the Hawks. Now Daniels. Down low. Here's Okongwu. Porzingis with the rebound. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a three-point game. White, good.
Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Johnson outside. Off target from three-point range. We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. To the inside. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Three-pointer, Daniels trains the three-pointer.
And this kid, Risache, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Holiday looking for an opening. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Young outside. Johnson left side. Shoots. Porzingis with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
That one goes in. Tatum's got 5 points so far.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Over in the quarter, Porzingis. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Pass to Okongwu. Young outside. Okongwu with it. Clock at 6. Here is Daniels. Off the run.
7'6" wingspan, sending it back. Kristaps Porzingis with the rejection.
Here's Pritchard. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Pass to Young. Lets it go from deep. Horford with the rebound. Celtics leading by 17. To the left side wing. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Walsh. Okongwu grabs the board. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Now Reza Shea. Scoreless thus far. Johnson in the corner. Pass to Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 20-5 run. Takes the three. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Johnson. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Young inside. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Celtics?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And it's Reza Shea missing. Celtics leading by 15. Pass to Walsh. And here is Horford. Still yet to score. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Al Horford just goes about his business, and that's an easy opportunity right there.
Good on the shot.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Outside, Horford. It's good from long range. Horford's got his second bucket of the night.
This is how Al Horford has adjusted to make himself a modern NBA big. In rhythm, off the catch, beautiful. Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Pass to Pritchard. From past the arc. Rebound by the Hawks. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Screen by Capella. Young from outside. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Pick by Horford. To the wing on the left. Hauser. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
A nice shot by Young. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Here's Reza Shea. And the dunk by Reza Shea.
Reza Shea so talented with the ball in his hands.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled. Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Capella, high post. Back to Beverly for the three. Porzingis with the rebound. Celtics leading by 12. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to LeVert. Shoots over White. And it's LeVert missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. They led by as many as 18 points. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
Pass to LeVert. Latrey, and he's good on the three ball.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Tatum's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 13. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. To the paint. And the dunk by Capella.
And how about his athleticism? For a big man, Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it'd probably be the three-point shot.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain. At the wing position, Reza Shea has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting. And add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
Daniels with it. 5 points in the game. Okongwu down low. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And we finished one half of basketball. Celtics lead by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Boston leading by 11. And here's Brown outside. Drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 7 points in the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Here is Daniels. He has 5. The kick out to Young. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Outside, Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
I love the Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Here's Young. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Johnson. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Hawks trail by 14. It's stolen by Brown. Tatum, that's for 2. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now that's 11 points for Jason Tatum. And Young, here we go. Ricochet. And the dunk by Ricochet.
Yeah, if you give Ricochet a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that. What impresses me about Jason Tatum are his work habits, his commitment in the offseason to adding something else to his arsenal. We know he can play high-level basketball on both ends. The sky is the limit.
Celtics leading by 16. Tatum a screen. Down low. And the dunk by Tatum.
They're always looking for ways to put Jason Tatum in positions to attack. No better way than in pick-and-roll action.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. Offline with his 3. Out to the right wing. Back to Tatum. Picked by Horford. Lets it go with the 3. And that's good. Jason Tatum for 3. Tatum's got 18 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
.131 left to play in the 3rd. Back to Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Okongwu's now got 5 points now this quarter. To the middle. Here's Horford. The kick out to Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Daniel. .52 seconds left in the 3rd. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
50 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the 3rd.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Pass to Capella. Good work defensively by Horford. And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And so, LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. And the dunk by Capella.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Here's Pritchard. Nailed from three-point land. Pritchard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up.
33.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics leading by 23. Here's the triple. Rebounded by Capella.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Pass to Gay. And it falls over the rim and in. Gay's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Atlanta. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
To the paint. Intercepted. To the inside. And a dunk by Horford.
One thing you can't afford is to allow Al Horford to get to this spot. It's over if you do.
It's LeVert on the wing. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Picked by Horford. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pritchard. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
Here's LeVert. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics leading by 22. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard. From outside, off the mark. Here's Beverly. And the layup's good off the glass. Beverly's got his first basket.
Patrick Beverly on the inside. Okay, we see you.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Young outside. A 3-ball. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Tatum no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Young. Pass to Rizachet. Now Johnson. Young in the corner. Johnson the screen. Fires the 3. .112 left here in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Daniels. White with the defensive effort. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Boston.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here is Holiday. And so it's Boston easily.